So leaders, what if I could help you have more time in the day so that you can even be more excellent? Well, I'm about to show you how next. So leaders, if I surveyed all of you and asked you the one leadership skill that you would like to improve, I'm going to guess about 9 out of 10 of you are going to say time management. That seems to be the one thing that everybody wants help with. They get to the end of the day and they say, man, I was busy. I'm just not sure if I'd accomplished anything. It seems like we never have enough time in the day to do anything. Now, unfortunately, there's not a one-size-fits-all solution for time management. Based on our different personalities and our different jobs, there's just not one thing that works well for everybody. Now, there's a lot of books on time management, and I'll include a couple of good ones in the notes below. But again, there's just not one solution that fits. You have to find something that works for you. Now, whenever I teach time management, I ask the participants what are some things that they have challenges with. And usually in the top answer is interruptions, how to deal with interruptions. Now, the interruptions could be from your employees or from your peers or from your boss. You know, maybe it's your boss asking you when this project that he wants help with, when it's going to be ready. Maybe it's your peers asking you about lunch or the big game this weekend. Maybe it's your employees asking you for your input on a project that they're working on. Regardless of what it is, you get interrupted a lot. Some are valid and some are not. Now, the key is how to manage these interruptions. Is there a way to figure out how to manage these interruptions that we reduce them? Well, there is. Now, the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what are the interruptions about? Why am I getting interrupted? Now, you can take a guess at it, but you know what? The best thing to do is create what's called an interrupters log. Just take Microsoft Excel and open up a spreadsheet and create a sheet with a couple of columns. In the first column, put in the date and the time. The second one, the name of the person interrupting you. The third is what the situation was about. The fourth is whether it was valid or not. And the fifth, whether it was urgent or not. And as you get interrupted during the week, fill out this log. Now, don't do it in front of people, but do it after they leave. And you know what? After about a week or two, you're going to see some trends develop. So it could be that Bob keeps asking you questions about a project that he's working on. And you realize that Bob needs maybe some additional training on this project. Maybe it's Susie and her interruptions are not valid or urgent. So maybe that's an opportunity where you can coach Susie on that. Maybe it's Jimmy and he's interrupting you because he needs approval for something. And that allows you to look at the process. Maybe it's the process that's the problem, and maybe you can work within the process to reduce those interruptions. So regardless of it, this log will help you define what's going on. Another part is the date and the time. So maybe you can see that a lot of your interruptions happen in the morning. So that lets you know if there's a big project that you need to work on, you can do it later in the afternoon when there's less interruptions. But the only way to deal with interruptions or to manage interruptions is to find out what the interruptions are about. And the way to do that is to create this interrupters log. Now next, if you're working on a big project, here's a simple tip to reduce interruptions. Let people know you need some quiet time. Let your people know that, hey, I'm working on this big project and I really need some quiet time. Put a sign on your cubicle, put a sign on your office door. Let people know that you need some quiet time while you're working on this project. Now just be careful. If your job is to handle issues that are coming up, you don't want people walking outside your office waiting for the golden opportunity to talk to you. But just let them know that during this time when you're working on a project, that interruptions need to be kept to the minimum and they need to be very urgent before they interrupt you. The next thing you want to do is look at your own habits and your own behaviors. When you go by to check on people, do you just pop in and automatically start talking? Well, if you do that, your employees are going to think that it's okay to do that, and that's what they're going to do. So here's a simple tip. When you stop by to check on your employees, just ask them, simple question, is now a good time to talk? And that gives them the opportunity, if they're busy, to say, not right now, maybe a little bit later, and you're not offended by it. But it also, you modeled this behavior, and then employees start following in that. And so if they need to interrupt you, maybe they start asking that question. It's just a simple tip, but it goes a long way. You know what, folks? Interruptions are a fact of life. There's no way we can stop them, but we can minimize them just by following these simple tips. So let me ask you, How many times do you get interrupted a day at work, and how do you deal with them? Please put your answers in the comments below. And lastly, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. Until next time, good luck with the interruptions.